Welcome to Sydney's magnificent Royal Botanic Gardens. Built on Gadigal land, the 209-year-old park, traditionally named Waggan is a curated man-made ecosystem that houses a plethora of micro-ecosystems for conservation effort. When you walk through the Henry Lawson Gate, you will find yourself at the edge of the eucalyptus lawn, where you will see multiple growths of Australia's famous eucalyptus species, dispersed along sprawling green lawns. Here you can find eucalypts such as the forest red gum and Sydney blue gum, alongside other species native to the Sydney region. Walking along the handmade seawall, you will notice it's made of sandstone and naturally sourced from local rock reserves. By using sandstone as a land-sea barrier, they minimise human interference. Recently, they have attempted to make the wall more integrated by carving out mini rock pools. The small holes at the base of the wall are there to prevent flooding. Crossing the Macquarie Wall, you may find yourself thinking you've accidentally stepped into a horticultural stream with such a rich array of flowers to greet you. But there is a hidden treasure in this section of the gardens. The Wollemi pine, endemic to Australia, is one of the world's rarest plants, a prehistoric tree dating back 91 million years to the late Cretaceous period. It was thought to have gone extinct 2 million years ago. That is, until 1994, when a small grove was found in a remote canyon of the Blue Mountains. The Wollemi pine is a perfect example of the park's important conservation efforts. This makes it a fascinating living fossil, and it is grown here both for the conservation and for propagations. You can purchase propagated seedlings from the nursery. In the age of the Anthropocene, keeping such an endangered plant in an ex situ environment is a crucial aspect of species preservation. The nursery grows a diverse range of plants, including Australian natives and exotic species. These plants are grown for implementation into the garden, scientific research, and for retail distribution, where the proceeds go towards park funding for conservation and education. One aspect of the gardens you can't miss is the Rainforest Walk. It is a micro-ecosystem replicating Australia's east coast rainforests. While the illustrious native grey-headed flying foxes have spread their wings out to brighter horizons and bigger fruit, the Botanical Garden still provides a comfortable habitat to a wide range of fauna. The ibis, for example, makes itself comfortable in southern African gardens. As ibises have been displaced out of their natural mangrove habitats due to urban sprawl, the Botanical Gardens provides a close alternative with access to suitable shelter and diet. The native Australian freshwater eels call the ponds their homes, coexisting with multiple duck species. Both species are interconnected in their respective food webs through mutual predation. But of course, we can't forget about our little friends. Hidden in plain sight are insects and arachnids, all contributing in their own ways to their ecosystems. As the goals of Botanical Gardens shift away from its colonial roots and original purposes, they have come to realise the importance of combining cultural and historical education with the ecological. The gardens have monuments and plaques to inform visitors of the area's multicultural history. The Mayor and Foal statue was donated to the gardens in 1958 and later restored in 2002 to upkeep the historically iconic statue. The herb garden harkens back to the original from the 19th century, which was used to feed the governor's household. The Botanical Gardens also highlight the culture of the local Wangal people. This two-part statue is named Wurrungwurri. The sandstone blocks create a wave formation and it offers shelter to the local critters. The symbol on the sculpture is a motif found in rock carvings in the surrounding area. The Yarraburrung artwork was carved into a forest red gum which grew before the gardens opened. The name translates to people of this place to recognise Waggan original custodians. The gardens also feature educational walls that identify notable aspects of Indigenous histories and cultures. The Botanic Gardens are a man-made ex situ ecosystem. Colonialist design and interference have inarguably created negative change to the local environment. However, in recent years, human impact has been largely positive. The site is a green haven in the middle of an urban jungle. It provides an environment where nature can live with minimal interference. Because the garden's primary goal is conservation, the flora is carefully curated. It is planted into appropriate subdivided areas to curate micro-ecosystems for the plant's benefit. Diseased trees are relocated into isolated areas. And effective irrigation and water filtration systems have been put in place throughout the park. Bins, logical pathways, seats and signage prevent the park from further damage by humans. Notably, the positive impacts extends further than the garden's ecosystem because of its educational programs and features. However, the limitations of positive impact predominantly arise from its place in our cultural ecosystem. The primary goal is conservation, but being constrained by budgets and resources, they have to view this conversation through an economic lens. For example, the sprawling green lawns, they might be a comfortable place to sit, but they are monocultures that provide little food and habitat for biotic species. A native grass would be better for the ecosystem, but the green desert grass is better for the economy. Thank you for watching, and hopefully next time you're in the Botanical Gardens, you can consider these things as you walk around the beautiful green space.